Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Hi.
It's already Thursday.
And on time. Look at me go. It's been a much better day than whatever Tuesday was.
Small victories.
It was such a bad day. Just one of those days where like every step of the way, it was just like, why?
I really thought I was going to have that type of morning this morning because literally everything on my desk came crashing down. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Of course. Well, friends, we are here to talk about some more Laura Owens versus Greg Gillespie. And we're going to be finishing off the year 2021 today. That is not finishing this case by a long shot. Just 1 year. Just 1 year. And on Tuesday, what do we talk about on Tuesday? Oh, that's right. Laura had filed a motion accusing Greg and his attorneys of fraud, extortion, impersonation, that, Greg had to have hacked into her email because those messages with the Joe Crotchet, I forget, were fake. And she said, I had nothing to do with it. These lawyers did this, which is insane to accuse lawyers of doing. So, look who
very bold.
Liz. Hi, Liz. Oh, bold choice indeed. All right. The balls this woman has is unbelievable. So she filed this whole lengthy thing about it. And then they wrote back and they were like, what? Like, no, ma'am. No.
Like, girl, stop.
Right. And we found out that Joe was actually representing her dad in a case of some kind. We don't know.
I know.
So we were like, where did this come from, Laura?
All tangled and intertwined.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure she got yelled at. And she was like, it wasn't me. I didn't, because Joe, the lawyer in California, was like, probably like, whoa, that's not cool. This isn't real. I did not.
Out of your mouth.
Right? Keep my mother effing name out your fucking mouth. And so then that's when she gets this wild idea to blame all of this on Greg and his attorneys, which again is just wow. She also wanted to seal court records. We've talked about that because once they started accusing her of fraud, she was like, we need to sell these court documents because basically it's not going to look good for her. Because she has a podcast reputation and domestic violence reputation to uphold, obviously.
She's a very important person.
She is a very, very important and the most honest person, because she would never, and you guys, if she wins the over $100,000 at this point, she's asking Greg to pay, she's going to donate it all to charity. Okay, this isn't about money. And she's just a really, really good person. She's so humble. Just so humble.
Yeah, not me thinking back to our earlier conversation where I was listening and going, that bitch.
Right. Yes, Buffy she's been listening to the Love Trapped podcast because a new episode came out yesterday. Right?
This morning.
Oh, this morning. Oh, okay. So she's been listening to that. I haven't had a chance to yet, mostly because I've been writing Robert Hansen stuff and organizing my Marvel marathon for Discord, priorities. So.
Okay. I'm just down the rabbit hole.
You're just swimming around. She'll just randomly be like, I don't understand why she is the way she is. And I'll be like, I know, girl. I know. Well, today what we're going to discuss, before we do this, I just want to say thank you to everybody that's part of the replay crew. We see you. You're not here when we're live, but we know that you're watching afterwards. You're leaving us amazing comments. And I just wanted to say that we appreciate your support so much. You know who you are, Replay Crew. It's great.
I love reading the comments.
Yeah.
I feel like I always learn something new.
I know. They're so informative, all of them. Hello,
Yeah.
Helville. Hello. Good morning to you. It's Crotchet. Crotchet. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Crotchet, whatever. We're just making up names at this point.
I mean, why not?
Pledge to characters.
Yes. She pledged to donate, just like scheduling a doctor's appointment is going to see a doctor. Zoe, you have got to be kidding me. What did I just say when I let her in? I said, oh, she's going to have to go out in 10 minutes. Guess what? It is exactly 10 minutes. And I watched you go.
It is exactly 10 minutes.
So you are fine. Please go lay down. She went potty 2 times. So
it's just habit at this point. Because I have a dog that does things just on habit. I'm like, you don't need to go out. You just went out. But she's used to going out after her treat. So she goes to the door even if she doesn't have to go.
Train them. Hello. Good morning. Elevator has guardrails. Oh, that's fun. Also, good morning to you today in Montana. If he shows up to court, he's gotcha. If he no shows, he's crotchet. We're keeping track. All right. So today we're going to be getting into Laura complaining more about the modifying the date of service because she, for some reason, is hyper-focused on when they got served the papers. It's such a pointless thing to be hyper-focused on. But, I mean, better than...
I think she's just a right fighter. Like... She just wants to be right, even when she's like wrong. Like it doesn't really matter. She's going to stay there until.
Oh my God, she has to be so exhausting to be around.
I was just thinking that this has got to be. Actually, I was thinking earlier as I was pondering this whole case, cleaning my house. Like how is this not mental? Like this is mentally exhausting. It's mentally exhausting to read out loud.
Yeah.
Be in that headspace constantly. I just can't imagine.
No, I can't either. Oh my gosh. And her arguments are not good.
What is this mental illness? Like it's
like a hodgepodge of so many. It's wild.
I have this can't like she can't actually like this can't be real. Like I mean mental illness is real, yes, but like I feel like there's something wrong with her.
There is. There definitely is. I think we can all agree on that. So we'll hear her complain more about modifying the date of service. She's going to do what she's finally learned how to do and call the cops because this will become a new habit of hers. So prepare yourselves for that. Then we get, oh, look, it's LSP. That's one of the Replay Crew people I was talking about. Hi, thank you. Hello, good morning. Thank you for catching us live today. And then we finally get our first Zoom court hearing with Laura and Greg's case. It's only 4 minutes, okay? It's not a long one, but some of you haven't heard her. So this should be interesting, I think. She's still representing herself at this point, if I recall. So
before we get started,
sure.
I just want to tell everybody watching, if you look down at the title, if it's got the little icon that looks like a cell phone, that is just the vertical version. We are on the standard version of YouTube. If you just go over to our page and hit live, the one without the little phone emoji in the front is the standard version if you don't like the vertical version that you're watching on. Because some people don't like it, but they don't realize there's 2. So I just want to make sure you know.
Good PSA. Good morning, Pam. I hope you're doing well. Also, good morning, Angie. I brought you up on your comment up, but I did not get to verbally say hi. So we'll be doing that. And then Laura, of course, does what she knows best to do at this point and tries to file an order of protection against Greg. Shocking to no one.
Do you think she frames them and hangs them on the wall like trophies,
Probably.
because she seems to be like, I've got to collect them all. Like they're like,
Jan probably does it for her.
yeah.
She brings people over. She's like, look at all my daughter's accomplishments. She's
Some people have grandchildren's photos. She has protection order photos on the wall.
Yes. That's about all she's probably going to get out of Laura at this rate. Though, I mean, think of all the grandbabies.
God help the man who actually impregnates her.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not for everybody involved. And then we do get a ruling from the judge on a few of these motions from this year. So that's what we'll be doing today. Before I get reading, because Zoe is being relentless and needs to go aside, why don't you tell them a little bit about the Love Trapped podcast for just a few minutes? I
don't know. I just listen. I don't know much
talk about whatever you want.
I'm not really good at being by myself on this stream, so forgive me, because I'm not really good at talking to myself, except I do talk to myself a lot, but usually I'm not judging me. So no, I enjoyed the podcast a lot. I really don't know much about anything that were like in regards to Clayton. I don't really know much about any of this. I only do I don't read ahead, and I know just like the overview, but it does sound like a pattern. And then when I listen, like we're reading Gillespie now, so like whenever I hear what's about Eckerd on the podcast, it's very like eerily similar, and it's just like, and I find myself yelling at my phone a lot. So
well, I'll just have to let them back in later, because I didn't want
to have cheerleaders in the chat. I love it, because I need it, because I am I am not like you. I can't just get on here and talk to myself. I have to have someone to talk to.
Oh no. You can blame Zoe. You can write her an angry letter. You know what she did?
Zoe.
I left her.
No.
She's still outside, because I was like, I'm not waiting around for you. I let her outside. What does she do? She stands there.
I told you. It's habit. It's just habit at this point. Also, it's cold, and they love it when it's cold outside.
Yes. So we'll get into reading, and then
wait, what did I say about Savage? What did I say, Savage? What did I say? I didn't say anything. She can watch it. It is on video.
How much she loves me. That's what she said.
I just said I'm not like Llama, who can just get up here and just talk. I have to have somebody to talk to.
Oh my gosh, damn Montana. She gets little pictures, little portrait pictures to like put in her wallet, like people used to do.
A scrapbook, perhaps?
Probably. Oh, I bet.
And this is the sonogram from my first boyfriend, my first fake sonogram. I'm so proud of it. And here's my
gosh. The time this woman has
is she the one that do you think she would? I'm sorry, I'm on something today. I don't know what it is. I don't even have half the coffee I usually do. That could be the ADD.
Could be.
That calms me down. She's like the one that carries around like the for real babies. Like, do you think she's that girl?
Not yet, but I feel like she'll end up being one.
If she had gone through with this, because she is 6 months pregnant in one of her hearings with Clayton.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what was in game?
Mm-hmm.
What was in game? Was there going to be a baby? Was she going to carry around one of those, like, fake baby doll? Like, what was...
Like, we didn't know what, if anything, she would ever do in the future, but, I mean, she does kind of go into this territory of like, ooh, like if I would have seen her on some Dateline episodes of people who take pregnant women's babiends out of their body, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying she would. I'm just saying.
At the end of a pregnancy, there's a baby. Where were you going to get one?
Well, she would have lost it, obviously. She does paint herself a victim for everything. Yes, hit the like button so everybody knows that we're live.
I mean, after 6 months, like, what? There's like a baby.
There's a whole
Like
ass
a
baby.
baby.
Oh, well,
Like,
I know something she does when we get to it that you'll be like, oh, what? What? Because she doesn't know how the female body works or how pregnancy works or how anything actually works. Speaking of not knowing how things work, let's go into her motion to modify the date of service. Now, this isn't it says 13 pages. It's literally 3 pages, and all of the exhibits are the same ones. She keeps filing over and over again. So there's nothing new in this one, where she's tracking how many times he opened the email, blah, 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 blah. So we'll get into
how
this
hard
one.
are they laughing in Woodnick's office is all I want to know.
I know, right? Oh man, when they got that one for her, accusing them of fraud and all of that stuff, they had to have been like, whoa, what? All right, so this document here, she filed on October 13th, 2021. So by her timeline, because she wants us to believe her, she's about 4 months pregnant at this point. All right, that's a significant time in a pregnancy. Lots of things should be happening at this point, but it's interesting. She probably doesn't have proof of any of that.
No.
And she still claims she's pregnant at this point, if I do recall. But I don't know. Her lies get all jumbled up very quickly. All right. So this is a motion to modify the date of service because she wants to die on this hill, apparently. So she's filing this. Laura would also like to bring to the court's attention. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a tattletale motion. Laura would also like to bring to this court's attention the fact that Greg and Greg's counsel have altered the date of service, misleading the court into recording an incorrect date of service. So look at them just breaking all sorts of decorum. They're liars. They're frauds. Wild accusations, Laura.
Every accusation is
in a mirror? Like, has anybody thought about sending her a mirror to look in every day? Because yikes. Greg was made aware of impending service, emailed the case number, summons, civil complaints, certificate of compulsory arbitration, and civil cover sheet in an email that he read 10 times on September 12th. He read it 10 times, guys, and a total of 134 times as of October 7th, 2021.
Probably because he couldn't believe the shit he was reading. He was like, I just have to look at this again. What the fuck?
And showing everybody knows. What? Look at this. I love how she's like, I did the math for you, Your Honor. So now, nevertheless, Laura had to file a motion for alternative service on September 21st, 2021, after 3 attempts by the process server who believed that Greg was evading service. I mean, he saw the dog, the soft howl when the dog put its little paws up on the window. It was so dramatic, his recanting of that. Now, Greg's counsel emailed Laura on September 23rd, 2021 to notify her that they were accepting service on his behalf. In good faith, Laura accepted that Greg was taking every appropriate step to file this correctly. I mean, you're right, Laura. Why? Obviously. Greg filed an acceptance of service with notarization by Sarah Seberg, a paralegal who worked at Greg's counsel's law firm, reflecting a date of September 23rd, 2021. Therefore, Greg's counsel filed a second notarized acceptance of service with a date of September 27th, 2021. Look at her. She was probably writing this shit, being like, got you. Got you.
That was her gotcha moment.
Probably. And it was notarized.
She was proud of herself.
Right. I did the math, Your Honor. And it was notarized by the same paralegal, Sarah Seberg. Had Laura been aware that Greg's paralegal would make such an error, Laura would not have accepted their acceptance of service. So basically, like, I didn't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have accepted that. On the advice of the Secretary of State's office, oh, wow, okay, Laura sent Miss Seberg an urgent email on October 11th, 2021, asking for her notary journal request, an explanation, and for Greg's counsel office to rectify the error with the court, but has not received a response as of October 13, 2021. She just is so like, I went to the office and they told me to do this, so I did. This error clearly gave Greg additional time to file a response to the complaint and altered whether or not the case would have entered default judgment. But she hasn't filed for any default judgment or summary of judgment like she did with the Lone Cactus guy. So here's her certificate of service. And again, the exhibits are all the ones we've seen before. This is how she counted because she put this weird email tracker, which is weird, Laura. Who cares that much? Don't email me. It will be a huge disappointment. We also have already read this message where they, said they received this on Monday, August 23rd. So I don't know where she's getting this bullshit numbers from, but that's okay. Don't worry. And then the rest is just the acceptance for service. Nothing crazy, but she is hell-bent on being like, Your Honor, they're not following the rules and they're committing fraud and they're lying, which I would never do. I would never. All right. So next we'll do, this is a reply to defendant's response. Wait, why is that there? Where's their response? Or did we already read their response? See, this is why I try to keep them in order because it gets a little tricky. Whatever. Why don't you read this? And I'm going to go try to corral my dogs in.
Okay.
I'm going to make it bigger for you. Is that better? Nope. Hold on. That's what I meant by bigger. There we go. Is that good for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll be back real quick.
All right. So this is the reply to the defendant's response to plaintiff's motion to modify the date of service. So comes now plaintiff Laura Owens and files this, her reply to defendant's response to plaintiff's motion to modify date of service, and in support thereof states as follows. On October 11th, 2021, Laura filed a reply to Greg's response to Laura's motion to seal court records. In said motion, Laura noted that Greg's counsel had accepted service on Greg's behalf on September 23rd, 2021, and filed an acceptance of service to reflect the same. Thereafter, Greg's counsel filed a second acceptance of service, not an amended acceptance of service on September 27th, 2021, and this court entered the date of service of the latter date. I understood none of that. None of it. That was very wordy.
Well, she does like her words. All right. Were you done with that part? Okay. Dogs are in. So, okay. There you go.
In Greg's response to Laura's motion to modify the date of service, Greg's counsel admitted that they accepted service on September 23rd, 2021, and only filed a second acceptance of service to correct the county name. The correct date for Greg's acceptance of service is September 23rd, 2021. Wherefore, Laura respectfully requests that this court corrects Greg's date of service to reflect the date of September 23rd, 2021.
Yes.
Certificate of service. I hereby certify that I am not a liar.
Okay. Yes, thank you, damn it, Montana. I do forget sometimes that it's a civil court where the rules are a little bit different. But you are right. If there's no answer, then it's a fault judgment. You're correct on that. It's a mess.
I know. I'm so used to being in criminal courts that it's such a different world. I mean, let me rephrase. I'm not personally used to being in criminal courts. I'm used to
knowing stuff about them.
Yes. Like, okay, let me rephrase because the internet will run with that.
Right. Okay. So next up here, we have a field interview from the Scottsdale Police Department because Laura has decided she needs to call them. So Buffy outed herself.
Yep. I'm notorious.
All right. So Laura, at this point, she's 31 years old, in case if anybody was like, are we talking about a 15-year-old girl? Nope. She is 31 years old. So, and the reason here is civil and no crime. So that's interesting. Also, their address is 69th Street, the police station is. So just wanted to put that out there because, I'm an adult. So.
Because I'm 12. I didn't go 6, 7.
Now, this is on November 7th. All right. So this is a few weeks after the bullshit she just filed. It says on November 11th, 21, Laura Owens called the police department to report ongoing harassment. There have been previous reports between her and Greg Gillespie, her ex-boyfriend. There are former field contacts about him using spyware on her computer and harassing her. Today, she wants to report she received a text from an unknown number of her ex's cousin who is pregnant. She thinks the photo has to do with their former pregnancy, which was aborted, but she cannot prove it. She needs it documented for civil court. I need somebody to come verify my lie, please and thank you. Okay, so she's also in this saying she's definitely not pregnant at this point. So, okay. So this is her using the police department to further her lies, basically.
So what is she saying here? That somebody was texting her cousin?
No, her ex, Greg's cousin, was texting her because Greg's cousin is pregnant.
Okay.
Who she thinks she got a text from them, but it's an unknown number, probably Laura. And she can't prove that it has to do with them having an abortion, but she's pretty sure it does because she's also a detective. So, and he's put spyware on her computer and everything. Oh my goodness. See, she needs that to be like, well, look, the police made a report about it, so it must be true. It's like, Laura, that's not how things work. Okay. They would just write down what they need to write down because they're supposed to. That doesn't make what you tell the police true, by the way. But she seems to think so.
Oh my Lord. Don't they just write down what's told to them?
LSB says, I've always said that Laura's and Jim Grass's greatest gift to the world is that they have not or cannot reproduce. Right? Thank fucking God. Because, wow. Hellville says she weaponizes the police department all the time. And we have the body cam footage to prove it. Yes, she does. She is just getting started calling the police, folks. She will start calling them about everything.
So what you're telling me is this is when everything starts to really escalate. This was like the practice run for like Clayton.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because she's going through this for about 2 years before Clayton comes into the picture. Because everything that we've read so far too for Greg has also been when she's in that civil suit with Lone Star Cactus. which Lone Star is about to be wrapped up like the first month of 2022. So she is getting some experience in the courts. But yes. Yes,
Okay.
this is her warm-up. Okay, so now the part that I know I've been waiting for, because I have not seen or listened to this. So we have the Zoom hearing from November 12th. This is the day, no, wait, 5 days after she files the police report against, oh, wait, hold on, let me go back here and share this, because I gotta make sure this is the account that skips commercials, which I need to sign into real quick, please. A momento.
Okay, now you sound like Trisha from Web Sleuths. She's like do 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 when she does her little searches. It's so funny.
Well, I don't know about that, but oh no, wait, that's not her password. I think. Nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, we'll try this one.
I'm literally all over the internet in everybody's lives. So
You
yeah.
are. Oh,
I
I think
am.
it's 2 of those. I did it. I hacked into Amos's YouTube account. Just kidding.
See? You're a hacker.
I am a hacker. I am. Oh, crap. Now I just lost the one I was trying to friggin' watch.
Please stand by. Beep. You need one of those standby screens.
Here we go. Okay. Let's do that.
We are professionals.
We are professionals. As we both are like, never. All right. So here is the Zoom hearing from November 12th, 2021.
I'm going to call Laura Owens and Gregory Gillespie, FN 2021-004799. Miss Owens, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Hi. Please, do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
They're not on camera.
I do, Your Honor.
Okay. Tell me your name and date of birth for the record.
Laura Owens, and my date of birth.
She was hatched. She wasn't birthed.
All right. I know you've been in front of me before on this case. These allegations are, I remember them.
Stupid.
Oh yeah. You were the one who's friends with the attorney in California.
Mr. Cockett, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, all right.
Oh, there's some.
Let's see here.
The not having faces bothers me.
Me too.
Just looking at some of these allegations,
Is this the judge being like, what? Are we all serious right now?
You say Mr. Gillespie put his hands on your throat. When did that happen?
Yeah.
That
in her
actually
dreams.
happened on our first date.
And
you've only
you went
been
for another
since,
one?
like, June or something, right?
Correct.
It's first
Okay.
date, everybody. Wow.
Why would there be a second?
Why would you want to
There
have
wouldn't
this
be
date? Like, what is happening?
There wouldn't have been a second date.
Right?
What's
She's so
wrong
crazy.
with you?
We had a conversation the other day, and
Spit it out,
Sir.
Judge.
I want to start out by saying that everything that we say in our hearing today is something that will be recorded, and Mr. Gillespie and his attorneys can get copies of it, and they can get copies of this too. All right, this petition
Yeah.
they're going to, if I grant
It's
this.
court. We got it.
Okay.
So you're aware of that, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
she's
We
basically a
only-
lawyer. She knows.
She knows, right? We
I will
only
grant your order of protection.
Of
Thank
course
you
you
so
do.
much, Your Honor.
Oh, of course.
wait a second. Did
I told
hope
you
I
I'd done
shortened
that
it.
too.
He didn't like hear
He
anything.
did shorten it somewhat.
I put these in
Anyway,
order.
I'm not gonna, it's not appropriate for me to go beyond what I told you. I think I already said
Yeah.
plenty on that date. And you're, obviously an intelligent person. Hopefully you've gotten some legal advice since then, and you're acting at the advice of counsel. I hope.
Yes, I am.
Hmm,
So,
she's not that. She is her
all right,
counsel.
let me get your order in front of me.
She is the smartest person she knows. Oh, so I did these out of order. I'm sorry, guys, because up next we're gonna read. Well,
Looks
that's
like
fine.
we have
gonna read the
another order of protection that just came in too. I'm going to grant yours. So what I would like to do is ask your permission when I'm ready to, give you the admonition about, that I give to everybody who gets an order of protection. But may I have your permission to let that person into the conversation so they can hear it at the same time? I may have other hearings coming. It's kind of a busy day since a lot of
Yeah, of
people
course.
out of the office due to the long weekend. So
Now
I
I'm
already
super
don't like this
annoyed.
judge.
thank you. I'm not going to do that though until I finish going over your order with you, at least to get the terms right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Sure.
I'll be reading this order with so much snark. Oh, that's it. Okay.
I mean, it
Um,
sounds like he just gave her a candy bar, or free lunch. He was like, "Thank you so much, Your Honor. Sure, no problem."
Right.
I just, no big deal.
That guy's not the judge for everything. Oh, that's kind of painful. So
He is
smug.
awful.
All right. So this was submitted at 8 or approved at 8:30. Okay. So this is approved from the hearing we just heard from. This is her order of protection against Greg that we learned that the judge just granted. Why did Greg and his attorneys not get to talk to him about this? Or did they? Chat, you let us know. Because I'm a little confused. Like, why didn't he get to say his part? Like, what? No. Maybe he didn't show up. Maybe he didn't know about it. I don't know.
I was about to say, all she said was, he put his hands around my throat on our first date. And it was like, cool, granted.
Right?
And I was like, I feel like I have more questions.
Yes. Well, let's see what other bullshit she put in this thing as well. All right. So she, of course, says that they were in a romantic or a sexual relationship. All right. So this is what the judge read and was like, yes, you get a protection order.
You get a protection order?
The
You get a protection-
judge. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see if his name is on the. It'd be funny if that is. I don't know. Of course, I can't read that. But okay. So she says that on June 30th, 2021, Gregory Gillespie and I were involved in a brief romantic relationship that lasted about 5 dates.
And he strangled her on the first date. So
Got her
why was
pregnant
there a second?
Seconds. Well, she gets pregnant on the second date. So I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, at the first date, you're literally just learning about their favorite color, right? You're not that attached after the first date.
Thank you. It's a temporary order. Oh, okay. I missed that part.
So wait a minute. You go before a judge for a temporary order? I didn't have to do that.
Well,
I wrote a piece of paper and they brought it to a judge.
Well, at least here, and I'm going with the same way as Arizona, is that anybody, you can file a temporary protection order and it's basically granted, but it only is up until the next hearing. So it's very
right. That's the way it is here too. So
yeah.
This is, but
only
he said it was for the temporary.
She needs to be there. He's not there.
Right, but I didn't I just filed a report and it was granted. Like I didn't actually have to go in front of the judge and talk.
Well, Louisiana.
That's why I'm just learning the difference between places, because I was like, that's weird. I thought this was the actual one.
She crashed a business on her third date. Wow. Oh, wow. There are some YouTubers I have seen that have temporary orders against each other, and they're not even the same location. Oh, my. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Because I would say I didn't and I only anecdotally have experienced this because I had to fill out one. But I just went to the courthouse. They had me write up a statement. They brought it to the judge. It got signed and it got served. I didn't have to go in front of anybody.
Oh, my friend here had to go in front of a judge as well. So it was very quick, though.
It wasn't until the hearing that I had to go in front of a judge.
Oh.
Like when they decide to make it, stick.
Well, that explains why we didn't hear from him at all then.
Okay. But I mean, that does make sense. But I just always find it fascinating how every state and every district seems to do something different. So it's like going, wait a minute, how did this happen?
Right? All right. So they went on 5 dates. From that relationship, I became pregnant. Mr. Gillespie, the login information for my computer, email, and everything else I have passwords to online. When he demanded my login information to my One Medical Patient portal to confirm my pregnancy, he has used that information to stalk and harass me. Bitch, change your passwords. I don't understand. Why don't you just change all your stuff? But okay, sure. He's a hacker. I forgot. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Damn YouTube. You have one against Buffy.
And that's why, and yet he's here. So who's stalking who?
Whom? All right. So on August 11th, 2021, I filed a lawsuit against Mr. Gillespie in which I, pro se, sued him for domestic violence, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and abortion coercion. This request for a PO has nothing to do with the current litigation whatsoever. Okay, just before you go accusing me of that. It is a last resort since he will not listen to law enforcement's calls to ask him to stop contacting me, despite me making 3 police reports against him. In text messages between the two of us, Mr. Gillespie told me that he would, quote, make my fucking life a living hell, end quote. Well, Laura seems to be doing a lot of that. If I did not take abortion pills, quote, take the fucking pills, Laura, end quote, and that he would call the police, quote, if I showed a moment's hesitation, end quotes, in taking them to force me to do it. Okay. What does this have to do with your thing now? If, it has nothing to do with each other. Now, on October 26, 2021, I received an anonymous message from someone saying they were hired to hack my podcast website and my personal number, asking me, quote, what did you do to him, end quote, and, quote, what did you do to offend him, end quote.
If I'm hacking you, I'm probably not going to text you and tell you that I'm hacking you.
Who here believes that really happened?
No.
Well, maybe it happened.
Where's the text? Where's the email?
Right?
And I bet she did it to herself. She sent it to
herself too. Mm-hmm. Now remember, I feel like Greg has already said that he had to block how many email addresses she had.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's
12
what I'm
or 14?
saying. She's got to have sock accounts that she just creates.
Super chats are not a hack. Oh goodness. Oh sorry. The way Ella kept threatening to take pills, right? I tell her to fucking take them too. All these guys have been way nicer to her than I would have been if I was in a relationship with her. That doesn't make me probably a good person, but I might have been shoving them down her throat at this point. Like, you have been going on for weeks. Like, oh my gosh, it would have not been good.
Yeah. I can
Now,
see that.
oh man, I would have lost it. Now,
I can see
on
that.
October 29th, 2021, I was unable to log to my computer after a 3-hour support call and an in-person visit on that day. Apple determined that the computer was going to need to be cleared. I don't know anything about computers to know how probable this is, so let us know.
Isn't Apple like super secure?
Yes.
That's what I always heard.
It's very hard to hack Apple stuff, but I guess if you give people the passwords, did they really just hack into anything? I don't think that qualifies as hacking.
No.
If you gave them.
Did you just hack Amos's account? You need
I guess so. I guess I did. I'm a hacker now, everybody. Even though I can barely get my computer to work some days.
Llama, super hacker, has to restart a computer 10 times.
Right. The computer stored extremely important information for the civil case that I am involved in against Mr. Gillespie that has not been presented at trial, which of course he knew. So is she saying, well, I had all this evidence, but now I don't have it anymore, and it's his fault I don't have this made up shit that I didn't have in the first place, but I'm going to blame it on him.
Because someone hacked the computer.
But yeah, because I can't disprove their lies, but if I would have had this evidence, I'd shown the court.
You don't tell me you don't have anything printed. Come on now, Laura.
Right.
As much as you document how many times somebody opens an email, you don't tell me you don't have it printed. Come on now.
Right. Why would he need to open the email from his account if he has your fucking password to your shit? Why would he need to do that? Laura, doesn't make any sense. All right. While Apple was unable to fix my issue, unbelievable. I hired right. What do they call the Apple bar, the nerd bar? What do they call it? They call it something. None of them could fix it. Okay. I hired a data recovery specialist to save the information that Mr. Gillespie tried to corrupt and was successful in my efforts.
Look at that.
So you had to hire somebody else, and everything that you said was gone, you actually got back. Okay, that's good. I can't wait to see you. Genius bar. Thank you. I don't have Apple stuff. So, okay, we all got it. It's fine. It was also determined that my iPhone had an app called Team Viewer installed, a remote access and remote control software that allows a remote user to control iPhones and computers. Given that I am self-employed, are you, Laura?
Highlights.
Right? Snip that, send that to the U.S. trustee lady. I have never needed a software like this. I called the police to inform them of this incident on November 1st, 2021.
What a psycho.
This is crazy. This is crazy. How would they have installed it on your phone?
I was about to say, don't you have to download an app?
Yeah. When was the date? What's the metadata, Laura? I don't know how that's how any.
What is Team Viewer?
I don't know. I think
that's an actual app.
I don't know.
Do I need to look at it on the App Store?
Yeah, you look it up while I keep going. Between October 29th and November 8th, there were several instances of bizarre text messages on my devices designed to engage me, which I chose not to do. I was also logged out of my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts due to suspicious activity. Now remember, nobody knows in the world who the fuck she is, okay? This isn't when we go into Clayton's when she tells the whole world who she is. So this isn't, the internet piling on and attacking her. This is all Greg, she says. Greg and his lawyers. It's like a workplace app. Okay. Well, I don't know what either one of those things are because
it's just so that you can like share documents. Like you can get to your, because I looked at it, it is a thing, but it's like you can access the stuff on your phone, like anywhere or whatever. It's got like a bunch of different apps. I don't know. I don't know.
We're not as good at hackers as Greg, obviously.
I think it's like Google Teams or something.
Okay.
Or like, what is it? Like where you can like Google Drive, like where everything is accessible from.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Bootscoot says TeamViewer is one of those things that con people in India use to convince elderly people they got a refund. Oh, interesting. Interesting. But what would be the point of them putting it on their phone? It's weird.
I'm so sheltered. I know nothing about any of this stuff.
Me either. Now, on November 6, 2021, at 3:37 p.m. exactly, I received a text message from a number I did not recognize with a photo of a man who looked to be in his 20s alongside his mother, who was holding a Happy Mother's Day sign. Okay. I asked who it was and was told, must be a wrong number. Sorry, dude. After research online, I confirmed that the man in the photo is a Mr. Gillespie's family friend through his cousin.
Okay, that sounds a little far-fetched.
What?
A friend of a friend of a friend.
Right.
Through his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Legit. This incident can be traced back to Mr. Gillespie and combined with all of the other acts of stalking and harassment has frightened me to no end. What she probably forgot to include was the eye emoji was also sent with that text. They were staring at me through the phone.
It was the eyes.
Like,
Happy Mother's Day.
I'm sorry. In Laura's case only. All right. I'm not talking about other people that, actually this stuff really does happen to them. Domestic violence, stalking, harassment. And this crazy bee, all right, doesn't try to get any charges on this guy for this sort of stuff. That's crazy to me that this doesn't happen. And we all know why exactly it doesn't happen. Because for some reason, I think she thinks, well, if I lie in criminal court, I'll definitely get in trouble. But lying in civil court, I won't get in trouble for, obviously.
Are we going to see the picture?
Probably not.
Why? Look, she's got all these claims. You didn't think, you thought this was scary and you didn't screenshot it? I want to see it. I
want to see it too. She hired somebody to recover it too. Get your money's worth, girl. Now, on November 7th, 2021, I spoke with the Scottsdale Police Department on November 7th, 2021, and was told that another woman has an active order against Mr. Gillespie that she filed for in September. What? Okay. I know this woman to be his ex-girlfriend, who he told me he had tracked on her Apple Watch in December 2020 in order to prove that she was cheating on him. What, Laura? When he discovered that she was, he admitted to grabbing her arm and snatching the watch off. I do not know what has happened between them since then, but there has clearly been an additional issue. Mr. Gillespie has also told me about how he had been accused of harassment by a coworker who I met while we were out to dinner. How much is that true, chat?
Is that something you reveal on your first 5 dates? Like,
right?
Okay, even if it's all true, does it sound like something you would tell somebody in your first 5 dates? Because I think that's like the I'm going to tell you all the good things about me period of time. Because I'm selling myself real hard. That's right. Weird. That's
and
weird.
Then it's crazy to me too that she puts all of this stuff being said and happening in just their first couple dates, and we're supposed to be like, we're supposed to give you like pity or something that this happened to you. Literally had all the red flags in front of your face, babe. If this is
in
true,
the first Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, why was there a second date? If all of this happened in like the first date or the second date, like, why were there any more? You are not invested at this point. This is just a date. It's just date. Like, it's not like you've been together for 3 years and there's like, investment
Right? Because
in
remember,
a relationship.
she accuses
It's like
him.
3 dates.
She accuses him and she says, "You're not the man I thought you were."
It's been 3 dates. You don't know this man.
Well, he's telling you,
Ah.
allegedly, according to Laura, he's telling her what kind of man she is. And then she's mad at him because he won't be this kind of man. Like, what are you even saying? Again, this is our opinion about Laura and her made up situations, not actual situations of domestic violence and stalking and harassment. All right. This is all make believe in Laura's head. Okay. Just so we're clear. Because it is hard when you're in a domestic violence situation to leave.
But usually at that point, it's because you actually have emotional investment, like monetary investment. You have kids together. There are a whole lot of reasons. This is a 2 dates. Like at that, it's like bye.
Right. Boo Scoot said they went to the courthouse and couldn't find anything about this said ex-girlfriend. I think it's me.
That's what I was going to ask is, well, that would be a matter of public record if it's there, unless it was sealed.
And let's not forget everything that she said with Michael Maricini, all right? Where she claimed, oh my gosh, he was so violent with her. He tried to choke her out over 100 times. All right. So somebody that's been in that situation for a while, you're telling me you go to date this guy, all of this stuff is happening in your first couple dates, and you're like, I can fix him. Like, what? Okay. All right. Okay. It doesn't make any sense to me. Either that or she's a fucking idiot, which, yes, she is. But also, girl. Now, speaking of, here's the next one on June 30th, 2021, because for some reason we're going back in time. Despite knowing that I am a DV survivor and public speaker on the topic, Mr. Gillespie previously put his hands on my throat, and this would have undoubtedly led to something more had I not stopped him. Okay. He is 6'4", while I am 5'5", and weighs more than double what I do. I do not stand a chance against him, but you just said you stopped it. Okay. Why does every
Why does every guy beat her? Pick me, because she's a pain in the ass. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, my goodness. Oh, Greg,
I'm not gonna lie. I was just thinking I can understand why someone would want to choke her out. I want to choke her.
Watch out. So take that serious. It's a fucking joke.
No.
Learn it. She does not.
Like I can see the frustration. Just reading this, I'm frustrated. Like, stop. Girl.
So then on November 12th, 2021, I am asking the court for this injunction because I fear for my life. Mr. Gillespie is a manipulative and dangerous person and has been incessantly harassing me. What? And remember, she's filing this lawsuit against him, messaging his own lawyers saying, but if he wants to get back in a relationship with me, I will drop everything. Like, get out of here. Are you serious? Right? Yeah, just ask Rob. That bitch doesn't know a joke of it bitter in her.
Oh, yeah, I'm just joking. I don't have the energy to do all that. This is exhausting enough for me. Like, I'm mentally drained just reading this stuff. Like, miss me with that.
Right? Now, I believe that he is retaliating against me for my pregnancy with his child and will not stop until he has ruined my life, my podcast, and causes serious mental and or physical harm to me. Who has the list of people that Laura has done those exact things to? Like, wow. He has shown me that he is an aggressive person in my brief history with him, and I am fearful to be outside of my home alone. But also, I'm still very afraid of Mike Maricini as well. So I can't say which fear it is from which person. There's just a lot. I pray that this will make him understand the consequences of him tracking me via cyber stalking or otherwise. Knowing how much I did not want to have an abortion, he forced me to take abortion pills so that his own child would not be born. And in doing that, has shown a complete lack of care for human life or empathy for me.
I mean, do we even know if she actually took them?
No, we don't. Well, I think she claimed that he like checked her mouth or something, didn't he? Or she said anyway. I don't know if that's true. I am unsure if even a protective order will stop him, given that he has chosen to ignore law enforcement's warnings to stop cyber stalking and harassing me.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to file any criminal charges to put him in jail where then I'll know I'm safe. However, I am desperate to get him to stop and understand the consequences his actions will have if he continues. Your Honor, Mr. Gillespie is an extremely dangerous man, and I have no other remedy than to ask this court to enter an order of protection and other relief as it deems necessary to ensure my safety. And she doesn't want him by her house. And he's not allowed to have firearms. And that is what the judge accepts in that hearing that we just listened to. So no, ma'am, no.
I don't understand any of that. Like,
I'm sorry, I gotta
mind numbing. Mind numbing. I just don't get it.
She just does not understand how that makes her look. She's like, no,
no. But the judge didn't even ask her questions about it.
No, not at all. Zoe, no, you go lay down.
Like, he asked one question. Oh, you're friends with that attorney in California. Okay. Are you friends with that attorney in California too?
Right?
Like, I have questions. That was a weird comment.
It was a weird comment. What was the case he said that she went before him before? I don't remember what it was. Okay.
I don't either.
So
I just thought it was a lot of strange comments.
It was a lot of strange comments. Hold on. I'm going to have to make this a little different. I'm not going to read all of the legal jargon because this is some judge's orders. But we will read most of it because I do find it very interesting instead of just being like what she approved and denied. I think she does kind of throw a little bit of shade people's way, and I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness.
So which judge is this? It's not the same judge that we just heard from.
No, this is Judge Bachus, Allison Bachus. This is for her civil trial hearing. The judge we just heard, I don't know what his name was. And go lay down.
I instantly wanted to go lay down.
Llama told me to go lay down. No, so, oh my goodness. Ridiculous. All right. So this is very short and sweet. So this ends 2021 with this document here. Pending before the court are the following motions, which we've read all of these. Okay. So
the wording
are going to be the defendant's motion to dismiss. All right. Where they're like, yo, that's where they accuse her of a bunch of fraud, basically. Laura's motion to seal the court records because she doesn't want anybody that, how dare they accuse her of something that she isn't in a public court document. She only wants her documents public, not theirs that talk poorly about her.
That's the way I would want it too.
Right? Like, that's crazy. to ask for with all the shit you just put out there about Greg. And you're like, there's this lies though. So I don't want people reading that. It doesn't make me look good. The judge is also going to rule on defendant's motion to strike Laura's declaration of fraud, perjury, everything that she's accusing Greg and his lawyers of doing, like hacking into her computer and stuff. And the judge is going to decide on Laura's motion to modify the date of service, which apparently is a very big deal to Laura. All right, so the judge has decided first on the defendant's motion to dismiss the whole case. So first, the court observes that defendant failed to comply with Rule 12 of the ARC, which requires that a good faith consultation certificate be filed with a motion to dismiss brought under Rule 12. On that basis alone, assuming the motion was timely filed, the motion would be rejected. So they didn't file the certificate thing, which is kind of, okay, weird, but all right. Furthermore, the motion fails on its merit. A motion to dismiss is not a procedure for resolving disputes about the facts or merits of a case. So basically, like, why'd you talk about all this fraud stuff? That's not where you're supposed to put it. But my reasoning for why I think that was their first go at was to basically be like, listen, we know your fucking game, Laura. So you just dismiss this whole thing because we know what's really going on here. That's my theory. I don't know if that is what their strategy was, but it should have worked, but it did not.
Well, she has the problem reading the room.
That's true. That is true. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, a horrible story for you, but interesting. Instead, the narrow question presented by a motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim is whether facts alleged in a complaint are sufficient to warrant allowing the plaintiff to attempt to prove its case. So they're not attacking it the way that they probably should have. But again, I think that their strategy was like, look, she's pro se. All right, we know all this stuff is bogus. No person in their right mind would continue this after being called out that she's a liar who lies. But then Laura was like, hold my beer. Okay, so then we won't read all that part. That's not super important. Therefore, in ruling on Rule 12, motion to dismiss, the court will assume the truth of the well-pled factual allegations and indulge all reasonable inferences therefrom. So they're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. The court may grant the motion only if Laura is not entitled to relief under any facts susceptible of proof in their statement of the claim. The court will not speculate about hypothetical facts that might entitle Laura to relief, nor will the court accept as true allegations consisting of conclusions of law, inferences, or deductions that are not necessarily implied by well-pleaded facts, unreasonable inferences, or supported conclusions from such facts, or legal conclusions alleged to facts. So it's a little wordy, but she's going to kind of sum it up very well. Okay. So in the case at bar, Greg moves to dismiss the claims against him because Laura was not actually pregnant with his child, as she claimed in the complaint. She fabricated documentation to support her false assertion that she was indeed pregnant, and she is motivated by her desire to resume a relationship with Greg, which makes, again, her claims about all this domestic violence going on weird. Okay. Now, those bases, though, are typically found in a motion for summary judgment rather than a motion to dismiss. So she's basically telling his lawyers, like, well, you probably should have talked about this in something else. This isn't really the place to talk about it, so I can't really rule for it because that's not right. Which I bet Laura was like, you're not that great, probably. When considering a motion to dismiss, the court must assume the facts in the complaint are true and view those facts in light most favorable to plaintiff per the case law. So her hands are tied. Therefore, after assuming the facts are true and viewing them in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, the court concludes that the complaint states a claim upon which relief may be granted. Greg vehemently argues that Laura cannot carry her burden, but the question is for another day.
No, kick the can down the road.
To dismiss. Yeah, basically they're like, well, this is the beginning of everything, so they have to give her the benefit of the doubt. Nothing's been proven, in court or anything like that, which is pretty typical for a lot of things. So, wait, whose birthday is it? Whose birthday? Where did I miss? Whose birthday?
I know. I'm not sure.
Somebody tell the birthday. And I'll put birthday Poe on the screen if you want. All right. So the court will deny the motion to dismiss for the reasons stated above. So they are like, nope, we're moving forward. Oh, oh, okay. I was like, we do like birthday Poe. We do like busting out birthday Poe and it's somebody's birthday. Now, so she's denying defendant's motion to dismiss because it wasn't the appropriate place to say all that stuff. And they forgot that certification or whatever. So now on to Laura's motion to seal court records. So Laura moves to seal court records in regards to this case due to the extremely private nature of the complaint, which relates to abortion coercion. Laura's words. She alleges that Greg's motion to dismiss contained fraudulent charges that, if on public record, could destroy Laura's credibility. Greg opposes the motion. Rule 5.4c of the ARC governs procedures for sealing court records and states in pertinent parts requirements. I think we read these. It has to be an overriding interest exist that supports filing the document under seal and overcomes the right of public access to it, which it does not. A substantial probability exists that the person seeking to file the document under seal or another person would be prejudiced if it is not filed under seal. That is not your kind of case, babe. The proposed restriction on public access to the document is no greater than necessary to preserve the confidentiality of the information subject to the overriding interest, and D, no reasonable, less restrictive alternative exists to preserve the confidentiality of the information subjected to the overriding interest. Because she barely put any like medical stuff in there or anything. Like, girl, you are not that special. Like, oh my gosh. Like, do you know how hard it is?
Do you know who she is?
Like, you act like this is a fucking like murder trial or something. Get out of here. I'm a big deal. I'm a successful podcaster, and I paid to do my TEDx talk on domestic violence about the fake thing that happened to me. I'm such a big deal. All right. So after considering the rules, applicable law, and the parties' filings, the court concludes Laura has not demonstrated good cause under Rule 5.4. So bye. Finally, the court notes that plaintiff filed her complaint, which included the allegation of abortion coercion, as she has phrased it in the motion to seal, and she did not seek to seal at the time. Ooh, timing, Laura.
The judge put it in quotes.
Yeah, she did. A lot. Rather, it was only when Greg filed his motion challenging Laura's claims that Laura sought to seal documents. Because Laura did not carry her burden under Rule 5.4, the motion to seal is denied.
Where is this judge?
Well,
Like,
she's around for a while.
but it sounds like she kind of sees some things.
Right? I mean, this is probably not accurate because it wouldn't be proper, but I feel like she was like, yo, this is about to be some crazy shit.
Right.
This plays out. I'm just kidding. That should not have factored in, and it probably didn't factor in at all to her decision. But
Okay, but we're still human beings, and the human side of the brain was like, geez, this shit's crazy.
right, because there's no way, because the judge doesn't want, there's no way this judge can read what she wrote and been like, that's not even how things work, like at all. So, but I'm not saying she did that. Now, defendant's motion to strike Laura's declaration and all the crimes she accused Greg and his attorneys of doing is what the judge is going to rule on next. I'm sorry. This is Greg's attorneys being like, strike that bullshit. Okay, please, Your Honor. And the motion will be granted as good cause appears, is what the judge said here. The court recognizes that Laura is self-represented, but the court is required by Arizona law to hold Laura to the same standard as a licensed attorney. Requests for relief must be made by motion. Filings such as the declaration in question are improper. Bad Laura. That's right. So she's like, no, we're not even going to entertain that bullshit. Next is Laura's motion to modify the date of service, which has
she's so stuck on that.
So stuck on it.
Shoot it down, Judge.
Shoot it down, Judge. In her motion, Laura contends that defense counsel's paralegal emailed Laura on September 23rd to notify Laura that they were accepting service on Greg's behalf. Laura further contends that the first acceptance of service filed by Greg reflected that date, September 23rd. Laura goes on to state that Greg then filed a second acceptance of service with the incorrect date of September 27th. Laura argues that the service date on file with the court should be reflected as September 23rd. At the onset, the court notes that Laura's month in her motion and reply appear incorrect. Laura repeatedly states service occurred in September, but the docket shows the month in question was August 2021. The acceptance of service with which Laura takes issue was reflected on docket as being filed August 27, 2021. It appearing to the court that Laura erroneously stated September 21st or 2021 when she intended to plead August 2021. The court will therefore deem Laura's motion to be requesting the correct date of service to be reflected as August 23rd, 2021. You dumb. No, she does get a little catty in this part. In response to the motion to modify, Greg asserts the acceptance of service filed August 23rd was correctly dated, but the document reflected Coconino County. So it was in a different county.
Coconino?
Oh, probably. That's fun to say. Coconino.
I have to say, that's hard to say.
But also fun. Greg states that the August 27th acceptance of service was filed only to ensure the correct county was also reflected. So this whole time she's been saying September, and it all happened in August. Both dates that she's been quoting. Both August. Nailing it.
You're wrong.
Thus, the parties' filings demonstrate there is no dispute as to the service date for Greg. The record will be ordered to reflect that Greg was served by acceptance of service on August 23rd, 2021. Even with that date, however, the court notes that default would not be entered in this case because Greg had been actively litigating the matter. To proceed by default would not be in the interest of justice. As a final note, The court observes that this motion appears to be an example of an issue that could have easily resolved with a simple email between
Could have been an email.
yeah, between Laura and opposing counsel, and a stipulation being filed to reflect the correct Servce state. In the future, the parties shall make attempts to confer with one another to determine if
Ew.
consensus may be reached before filing such motions, being like,
Have you met Laura? Have you met her?
ma'am, this could have been an email and you wasted my fucking time.
Yeah, but like I don't think she understands who they're dealing with. There is not going to be like an attempt to like come to a consensus because that's just not who she is as a person. So
No.
yeah, that's
No. Now, the parties are also reminded to abide by the ARC or Arizona Rules of Civil Procedure in all respects, including regarding timely filing of motions, proper form of motions, and good faith consultation certificates. So, to sum it all up, she denied Greg's team's motion to dismiss. Probably because she's like, I want to know more. No, it was because she said that wasn't the correct place to argue those things. She's also denied Laura's motion to seal records because she should have done that in her complaint, not after the other side had said those things. And those were did not qualify for the standards to seal. And she was granting the defense's motion to strike all of her horrible allegations against them. And she denied Laura's motion to modify the date of service because Laura was wrong. So that's great. That is great. I love that. So that wraps up the documents for 2021. They've been in court, since August? So,
or September or whenever.
the judge said August. So, since August. And they really haven't gotten into a whole lot. A lot of just Laura going back and forth. But now
It sounds like it's mostly Laura going back and forth.
yes. I mean, I think that at this point, Greg's attorneys for sure thought, listen, she's going to drop. This is insane. There's no way
She'll get bored.
But now the judge has been like, yeah, but we're going to have to hear more. So I'm going to need you to actually play this case out, lawyers, So
how exhausting.
How exhausting indeed. So we can either go ahead and go into no, because that's really, oh wait, no, it's not. I forgot. This is the one with some new exhibits, but it's not really as long as I thought. Okay, I think we can knock out the defense's answer and counterclaim to her complaint. We can knock that out. Let's do it. Why not?
Let's knock it out.
Because now the defense has been told, listen, I'm going to need you to play some ball. All right. Because what they should have done was the answer and counterclaim after Laura filed her complaint. But they were basically tried to get it thrown out. You can't say that counting either.
So this is an answer and counterclaim to what?
Her initial complaint.
Order of protection?
No.
Or
civil complaint. She's suing him for 40.
There was just so many complaints. I'm not sure which one we're talking about.
No, this is her answer to her initial complaint that we read when we started the Greg series.
Okay.
I know I told you all.
The abortion coercion.
Right. Yes, the abortion coercion. This is just the civil. And I know I told you guys I would kind of match them up together, but I couldn't put the cart before the horse with this one because I wanted you all to find out that, they have to play ball now. So, so this is the answer counterclaim. And then after that is Laura's reply to the defendant's answer and counterclaims. So that's what they'll be arguing about. So I'm going to read this first part. And then when I get to page 2, I'm going to hand it over to you to read while I go refill my coffee, if that's all right.
Okay.
All right, so this is their answer and counterclaim. Defendant Gregory Gillespie, through counsel, files his answer and counterclaim to plaintiff's complaint and admits, denies, and alleges as follows. All right, so in responding to paragraph 1 of Laura's complaint, Greg admits that Laura has pled in part tort allegations. However, Laura's complaint also cites to a criminal statute, and to the extent her civil claim is based on the criminal statute, must fail as the criminal statute does not authorize a private cause of action. Man, if you went to law school, you might have known that, Laura. I don't know. Just saying is all. Just saying is all.
Okay.
Let me make sure you can see that there. Okay. I will be as fast as I can.
Okay. In responding to paragraph 2 of plaintiff's complaint, of Laura's complaint, Greg admits venue is proper for plaintiff's tort-based claims, but again, affirmatively alleges that any civil claims based on criminal statute are improper in this venue and must fail as the criminal statute does not authorize a private cause of action. Greg denies the allegations contained in paragraph 3 of Laura's complaint and the allegations contained in apparent subsections 4 through 9 of paragraph 3 of Laura's complaint. In responding to paragraph 4, Greg denies that Laura is entitled to an award of attorney's fees and or court costs. Paragraph 5 does not require a response from Greg. However, if it is determined that it does require a response, Greg hereby denies the allegations contained in paragraph 5. Doesn't require a response, but if it does, we deny it. That's funny. Laura's complaint does not contain a paragraph 10. Greg denies the allegations contained in paragraphs 11 through 46 of Laura's complaint. Greg denies any and all allegations of Laura's complaint not specifically admitted herein.
Aha. Did I make it back in time?
Yeah. Well, yes, I just finished number 8, which is not on the screen.
Oh,
I just pulled up
sorry.
separately.
Here we go. Okay, you just finished 8. Do you want to keep going or you want me to go? What do you want
Oh,
to do?
that's fine. Just let me know what you want to do.
You go ahead.
Okay.
Give you your moment.
Counterclaim fraud. Upon information and belief, Laura knowingly and falsely represented to Greg that she was pregnant with the intent to force Greg into a relationship, with her causing Greg consequent and proximate, big words, injury and damages as a result. Laura filed her complaint on August 11th, 2021, alleging that she became pregnant with Greg's child on their second date.
Girl.
Prior to filing her complaint, Laura provided sonographic images to Greg on August 6th and August 8th of 2021. Oh, we got a little timeline going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, however, a reverse Google Images search revealed that the sonographic images were identical to a sonogram found on a blog post from 2014. Upon information and belief, Laura altered the images by adding her name, date of birth, alleged location of the sonogram, and altered the appearance of the image to distinguish it from the one located on the aforementioned blog post.
Shame.
There's also a Fiverr watermark.
Yeah, right. Right.
To further this fictitious pregnancy, Laura sent Greg a fabricated email exchange dated August 19th, 2021 and August 22, 2021 between herself and California attorneys Allison E. Cordova and Joe Cotchett of Cotchett, Petrie and McCarthy, LLP. Tony Stevens, believed to be be a legal assistant at the firm, is also CC'd on the email dated August 19th, 2021. In the fraudulent email dated August 19th, 2021, associate Alice E. Cordova allegedly emailed Laura, in pertinent part, the following, with the subject line of sent on behalf of Joe Cotchett, Laura Owens pregnancy. Everything you told us about the pregnancy test and ultrasounds aligned with the timing you provided us. There was no past pregnancies on your record, and the 3 obstetricians you saw felt that pregnancy was very consistent with intercourse that took place between June 30th and July 1st. It must feel like you have the weight of the world on you, but I have no doubt that the jury will sympathize with your situation. The next step is to fill out the attached retention agreement.
Awesome.
Subsequently,
No past pregnancies on her record. Remember
even
that,
there was
Laura.
a guy named Joe, or Mike Maricini, right?
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah.
I'm just making up names. We're just making up people. She's making up people. We're just making up all the people.
Like the pregnancy still counts, even if there isn't a baby after the fact in the medical world. Like every single time you get pregnant, whether or not you do have a baby at the end, a viable baby, it still counts, Laura. Still counts.
Yeah, they ask you if you have any, how many pregnancies, how many live births, different.
Yeah, that's what they call them. Yes, live births. Thank you.
So, subsequently, Joe Cotchett, I will never not be able to see that as Crotchet now. I just want to let you guys know this. You have ruined this name for me. Subsequently, Joe Cotchett allegedly emailed Laura, in pertinent part, the following on August 22nd, 2021, with the subject line of sent on behalf of Joe Cotchett, Laura Owens pregnancy. Because it's all
very
urgent. I'm ready to get started on this second. The second you give me the go ahead, I'm always here for you and the whole Owens family. Whenever you need me, and if you want me to go after this guy, I will make this case a top priority. Shh, because I really feel for you right now. Allison sent me over the retention agreement and medical files. This may be very needy. What does that mean?
I don't know.
This may be very needy. And we could make this a public interest story with a snap of a finger.
I'll take things lawyers have never said for 500, please. Okay? Because there's no way that guy wrote that. No way. I know we've read it and I say the same thing each time. But
There's no way.
No, not at all. No way.
I'm always here for you. Okay, boy. In response, Laura allegedly emailed Joe Cotchett back on August 22nd, 2021, stating in pertinent part as follows. I think the best call is to pursue alternative service and try to get him twice. Once by posting on his house door and the other by calling his company and finding a coworker to serve him. I think you're right that you would be better at making those phone calls than me. I texted you the coworkers who we could ask to serve. Laura's alleged email exchange with Alice E. Cordova and Joe Cotchett was emailed to defendant on August 22nd, 2021, with the subject line, urgent, but that's not in caps. Copy of conversation with Joe Cotchett and contract, along with manufactured, fabricated, contingent fee, agreement between Laura and Cotchett Petrie and McCarthy LLP dated August 23rd, 2021. Upon information and belief, neither Allison E. Cordova nor Tony Stevens is currently employed at the firm, nor were they employed at the firm as of August 19th and August 22nd, 2021. Believing that there was fraud in Laura's underlying complaint, undersigned counsel reached out to the purported attorneys in California who appeared to completely disavow any connection to this cause, as an email dated August 24th, 2021, sent on behalf of Joseph W. Goddard, indicated the firm does not represent Laura in this matter. Subsequent emails from undersigned counsel requesting to speak with Joseph Cotchett about the seemingly fraudulent emails purportedly authored by Joseph Cotchett and Laura's lawyers that have not worked at the firm for quite some time went without any substantive response. Curious. They ghosted you. In addition to fabricating documents, plaintiff has refused to take a non-invasive prenatal paternity test.
Who would do that? Like, come on. Right.
Laura stated she was willing to take a paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's, but that it would be possible that she would not be pregnant, as I'm unsure what the purpose is, because if the pregnancy is not viable, that proves that his coercion did result in the end of the pregnancy. Essentially, Laura has
she doesn't know if she's pregnant or not, which is insane. Okay, because you will definitely know whether or not you are at this point. Like at this point, you know, you've either had a horrific abortion / miscarriage, because remember the pills did only worked on one baby for a time. So you would have had another horrific miscarriage that you went through that you would have went to a doctor for. And at this point, you either are or you aren't. Like, again, she just thinks losing a baby or not being pregnant is like taking a poop. Like, I don't know. I think it's over. I don't know. As if other things don't happen down there.
Or just
a long time.
Check.
Yeah.
Like, aren't you wondering? Because I'd be wondering.
Yeah.
Am I, aren't I? Did it work? Did it not? I feel like I would need the answer to that.
Yeah. The fact that she doesn't understand how fucking serious this is for her health is why I cannot believe that she was ever pregnant a single time.
Weird. So weird. Like, I just don't understand.
Like, I hope she's asked, like, she's probably not, because on most circumstances, it would be very rude to ask somebody about this on the stand. But I just want to know what her description of a miscarriage is. I want to know how she describes it, because I'll tell you one thing about it. It's not like anything you've ever experienced. Like, it's not like having a period. It's 1,000 times messier and worse and goes on for a while. If you have a natural miscarriage, meaning you don't have to have like a DNC or anything, like your body's just able to do it naturally without the help of, doctors and stuff like that. But that shit lasts for it was like 2.5 weeks. All right. And it was awful. It was so messy. Okay. She would fucking know is all I'm saying. All right. It doesn't even just stop. Like once the baby's out, it keeps going. So she's a fucking liar who lies about everything. Right? Yeah. Exactly. Those of you that unfortunately are part of that awful club knows that she is so fucking full of shit. Oh my God. Because I wasn't prepared. I was like, wow, this is not at all what I thought it would be like. She is a lying liar who lies. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. That was
no, you're fine. Talk about. I would pop some popcorn, but then I would miss the rant. So right. I should already have it sitting here, so I can just be like,
"Yeah, it is noticeable." Okay, is all I'm saying. So,
okay, so essentially, Laura has fabricated the abortion coercion allegation to explain why a paternity test would show that she is not pregnant. Additionally, as of filing, Laura has not taken a paternity test despite Greg's repeated offers to pay for the test. Upon information and belief, Laura's allegations of abortion, coercion, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and domestic violence are quite simply blatant fabrications that underlie her real intention to force Greg into a relationship with her highlight _ size 72-inch font.
Right.
In an email with an undersigned counsel on August 23rd, 2021, that's like all the commas I'm trying to follow. Plaintiff stated he can contact me at redacted if he rethinks his decision to words are hard. He rethinks his decision regarding a relationship and if he would like to be a part of pregnancy decisions going forward. Emphasis added. And that was funny. Okay, so Laura's knowingly fraudulent representations to Greg have caused Greg consequent and proximate injury, and Greg is therefore entitled to recover consequential damages in an amount to be determined by trier of fact. Number 2, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Greg hereby incorporates by reference all allegations of paragraphs 1 through 16 of counterclaim fraud above as if fully set forth herein. I don't know what that means. In doing so, Greg hereby alleges that Laura's fraudulent conduct was extreme and outrageous. Must either have been intended to cause Greg emotional distress or recklessly disregarded the near certainty that such distress would result from her conduct and that Greg has suffered from severe emotional distress as a result of her conduct.
What? Yeah, obviously. Like, does he? I'm assuming he's getting ready to countersue her. Be like, no, bitch.
I hope so. Put her on the ropes.
I'm sure.
Like back her into a corner. You know, I mean, he's just turning around doing the same thing she's doing to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I understand what you mean by like now they have to play. Like they have to.
Yes.
Yeah. So in turn, Greg is entitled to recover compensatory damages in an amount to be determined by trier of fact. Wherefore, Greg, having fully answered Laura's complaint and stated his counterclaims, hereby respectfully requests the following. That this court denies Laura's complaint in its entirety with prejudice. That this court grant Greg's counterclaims and award Greg's damages in an amount to be determined by trier of fact. That this court award Greg his attorney's fees and costs pursuant to all the rules.
All of them.
And that this court grants such other and further relief as deemed appropriate. Respectfully submitted. Like, faithfully yours.
All the best.
Woodneck. XOXO.
Yeah, so that was them. I mean, we've already heard those, all of that.
I'm not a liar.
This is them officially like, all right, I guess we're here to play some fucking ball then, okay?
Like, all right, we're here.
So now Laura, I am sure, is at this point just fed up that the judge even denied some of her things. So I am very curious, though, to read her reply to this because, you know,
Wow.
she can't, the judge ordered to strike her accusations that Greg and his lawyers were creating fraud. This is all they're doing. And then he's a hacker.
Mm-hmm.
So hi, Kelly. Hi. Hope you're feeling better. Doing well. All right. So here we have her reply to that. All right. So no response is required to the allegations contained in paragraphs 1 through 8 of the defendant's answer and counterclaim, as they consist of Greg's response contained in Laura's complaint. So they didn't even need to say anything, is what she was saying. To the extent a response is required, and to the extent that the aforementioned paragraphs contain any allegations of wrongdoing by Laura denies the same in full and demands strict and absolute proof thereof. I think that's exactly what they're asking for you to provide as well. Prove that you were even pregnant and that it was even Greg's. But she was like, nope, I'm not going to, but you guys should. All right, so her answer to the fraud claim. The allegation in paragraph 1 should be dismissed as Greg admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent a response is required, Laura denies the same and alleges that it is disingenuous for Greg to claim that he had information and belief that the pregnancy was fictitious or fraudulent.
Boy, she just copied, cut, and pasted from his. No response is necessary, but if it is,
yeah, well,
like she literally just copied that. That's so funny. She's like, "Oh, I learned something new, and now I can tell him more like a lawyer. I'm gonna copy the lawyer." Okay,
absolutely.
What a loser.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling a lot better. I love that for you. Good. All right. So Laura has given indisputable evidence of her pregnancy to the defendant, providing him with office visit notes from the appointment he demanded she book to have a medical professional confirm her pregnancy, which occurred at One Medical Group, Kierland, with Dr. John Jones on July 16, 2021 at 9 a.m. See, this is the problem we have with you, Laura, is that that's the only part you want to talk about. When there's lots of other ways that at this point in her argument, there would be other documented, more reliable proof that you are pregnant. Okay, because doctors just don't take your word for it, even if you beat on a test. So, just saying. In addition, Greg asked that Laura obtain a letter from her doctor, Dr. John Jones, on One Medical letterhead to confirm the pregnancy, which Dr. Jones said was an unusual request, and questioned why the defendant would need to see additional proof beyond what he had provided in the visit notes. I don't think it's unusual, quite frankly. Oh, but you wanted to send you a picture of the t-shirt about Greg that I Where can you send it? You can either send it to me on Discord, or one of the mods can drop our emails in there. I'm Tara of the three of them. So you can send it to my email. That would be great. If you want to put the subject matter as urgent in all caps, obviously I'll take it more seriously. Just kidding. You don't have to do that.
R.E.
R.E. Look at this. It is urgent.
Bold.
But I would love to see that. Thank you. Now, even after this, Greg demanded to have a video call with One Medical Group to verify the pregnancy results with a live person, which occurred at 12:10 p.m. The video visit notes prove that Greg was given firsthand confirmation of the plaintiff's pregnancy by Lisa Nichols, NP of One Medical Group. After giving Greg the test results at the request of Laura, Ms. Nichols asked Greg to leave the chat so that she could ask Laura if she felt physically and emotionally safe due to Greg's behavior on the call.
Why does she keep saying the same thing over and over again?
She's insane. She's insane. Let's see, where was I? Laura also provided the explanation of benefits from the July 16, 2021 office visit from her insurance company, Bright Healthcare, which states in part, all caps, please submit prenatal care with delivery via time of delivery. Thanks. Okay. A notation only given with a positive pregnancy result. Given the exhaustive amount of proof that Greg was given, his allegations that Laura knowingly and falsely represented to Greg that she was pregnant are false statements written with the intention of misleading the court. Well, let me tell you what, your insurance is probably going to want some other information as well. Now, Laura admits this allegation that Laura became pregnant on or about June 30th, 2021, or July 1st, 2021, according to her medical examination. Well, I thought she said she got pregnant on the second date. Was it like a 3-day second date or something? Like what? Okay. This timing is consistent with when Laura and Greg had sexual intercourse, resulting in the pregnancy. Laura affirms that before meeting Greg, she had not been sexually active since February of 2020 and has not been sexually active with anyone else to date since meeting Greg. Lies. Therefore, there was nothing that would put into question the paternity of the fetus. I thought it was fetuses. Laura.
Fetusi.
Fetusi.
I don't know. I know. I just made that up. We're just making up stuff. Or you just get to make stuff up now.
That's right. Text packet. The one she never uses her insurance for literally anything because, oh yeah, that would also be fraud.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Insurance fraud, fake pregnancy.
Hi, Terry. Hi. Now, Laura denies these allegations. Laura had already given Greg exhaustive proof of her pregnancy and had no reason to send fabricated ultrasound pictures to Greg.
Why
guys.
would you do that?
That is just so
It's not a
silly.
fiber. Your eyes are just playing tricks on
Who would
you.
do that? Now, Laura denies knowledge sufficient to form a belief as to the allegations. However, it should be noted that Greg has altered the year of these supposed identical sonogram images between 2014 and 2015 in his filings thus far. Okay, so you're getting on his ass about some dates when the judge just called you out for getting the wrong date, you idiot. Was basically what she said to you. How interesting. The allegation in paragraph 5 should be dismissed as Greg admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent a response is required, Laura denies the same.
Literally what he wrote.
Then she denies 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. She's like, nope. I'm not even going to tell you why. Just nope. 11. Laura neither admits nor denies and has insufficient information to form a belief. Ooh.
What does that mean?
The allegation in paragraph 11 should be dismissed as Greg admitted to also lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of denial. Hold on, let me go back to the
I was saying, now I need to see what 11 means.
11 was, upon information and belief, neither Allison E. Cordova nor Tony Stevens is currently employed at the firm. Oh, okay. Nor were they employed at the firm as of August 19th and August 22. But she says, I don't know if they were or if they weren't. Mm-hmm.
Then who are you talking to? What are you talking about? What does that mean? Oh.
Now, Greg's claim should be barred by his and his attorney's own actions. Greg had been given exhaustive proof of Laura's pregnancy and therefore had no reason for believing that there was fraud in Laura's underlying complaint and to make that the justification for Greg's subsequent actions. Laura has been humiliated, how rude, by Greg's
baby.
counsel for discussing such private matters with Joe Cotchett, a California attorney who Greg knew was a family friend of Laura's and representing her father at the time in a civil matter. So she is admitting she's having conversations with him, but also said, I sent no emails. He sent me, there's no emails. Okay. All right. Laura explicitly told Greg's attorney she was pro se when asked. Despite that, Greg reached out to Mr. Cotchett's office to ask if he was representing the plaintiff. Laura, you literally fucking told him you were in your email to him, where you then sent all of that stuff to him. Okay. Greg,
but she was hacked.
Well, no, I'm so sorry. I forgot. You're right. She was hacked, but yet she did say she had these conversations. They were private, but okay. It all makes sense. Just don't think about it too hard.
Well, he can see her phone. He knows who she calls.
Right. Greg knew that Mr. Cotchett did not practice law in Arizona, and therefore the only explanation for reaching out to him was to embarrass the plaintiff. Spoiler alert, Laura. There are ways for attorneys to actually represent clients in different states that they don't hold bar license in. Each state's a little different, but for example, Karen Reed. I know Jackson did not have a bar license for Massachusetts, and I don't think Alessi did either. But Yannetti put up his own bar license to let them practice there. That's a very common thing that happens. Some states are a little bit different on how that works, but you just have to be like sponsored by an attorney. And that usually means that the attorney has to put up their bar license as collateral, meaning you better fucking trust that person and that they're not shady, or you could lose your entire license. So, this is literally the dumbest statement of the whole thing. That's saying something, because a lot of this is stupid. Now, Mr. Cotchett's firm said that they were not representing Laura, yet Greg's counsel reached out 4 more times to his office in an effort to humiliate, ruin the reputation of, and frame Laura for fabricated documents that
they were just confused and like, wait, what? Like,
No.
we're confused.
It's a conspiracy against her, though. They claim had been sent from Laura to Greg between August 9th and 19th and 23rd, even though Laura filed the case on August 11th. Okay. Greg's counsel repeatedly begged Mr. Cotchett to influence Laura to dismiss the case against the defendant with prejudice, with their last unanswered plea sent via email on October 7th. Mr. Cotchett verbalized his feelings towards Greg's conduct in an email sent to Laura on September 30th, which is shared with his permission. Ooh, it reads, sent on behalf of Joseph W. Cotchett. Dear Laura, thank you for the note. It is an extraordinary story with Gillespie. I am glad you are pursuing charges, as conduct is outrageous. If we can help in any way, do not hesitate to call. Best regards, Joe. But you just told the court he couldn't help with anything because he's in California, but okay. And if he isn't a California attorney, it would be not well if he gave you legal advice in a state he does not practice in. Just saying. Probably not great. Yes, that is correct, Kelly. That is true. Don't be a Laura. We do have on our TCWT Media website, we do have some coffee cups that say marked safe from Laura Owens. By the way, so you can always get one of those there. Now, in addition, Greg's counsel disclosed extremely private medical information regarding an abortion to Mr. Cotchett by forwarding
They
him
file
fraudulent
publicly.
emails. I know, right? With the subject, Laura Owens' pregnancy, after being told that he was not associated with this case. I don't understand why she thinks that this is private. Literally, this is all public information, babes. Okay. Greg
I didn't
knew.
even notice that.
Mhm.
Sent on behalf of Joe Codgett and signed by
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. Somebody forgot to delete the little line.
Oops. Good eye. Good eye.
See, y'all are so smart.
Right?
Y'all teach me something all the time.
Greg knew of the relationship between Mr. Codgett and Laura's family, and therefore the only purpose of him sending these was to attempt to destroy her credibility and reputation with her parents. She didn't put that part, but let's be honest, that's the only people she talks to. This violates her rights under HIPAA, which I don't think that's correct. Both that it has anything to do with it.
She spelled that.
Not.
She spelled that wrong.
It's one P, babe. Get it right.
It's not a female hippo. It's
it's not a female hippo. Oh, she is such a knowledgeable child.
She's like, babe.
Now, also, Laura admits to not taking a paternity test as it is not relevant and denies fabricating documents, just by the way. Laura admits in part and denies in part. Laura admits to sending the email to Greg's counsel at the onset of the case. However, Greg eliminated a key sentence phrased in their communication. Oh. Greg's counsel wrote in the counterclaim, plaintiff said she was willing to take a paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's, but that it would be possible that she would not be pregnant as, quote, I'm unsure what the purpose is because of the pregnancy is not viable. That proves that his coercion did result in the end of pregnancy.
So
the plaintiff.
Let's just find out if you're pregnant first.
Right. She's already proved it numerous times, exhaustively, Buffy. What more do you want from her? Laura's email to Greg's counsel on 8/27 actually read, quote, willing to take a paternity test to prove that the child is Greg's. The reason behind this case is that he coerced me to take abortion pills rather than the status of my pregnancy. I'm unsure what the purpose is because if the pregnancy is not viable, that proves that his coercion did result in the end of the pregnancy. Okay, but like, why are you putting up such a fight? Why are you putting up such a fight about this? Now, Laura denies any and all allegations of fabrication, because that'd be breaking the law, and has undeniably proven the pregnancy. Greg's blatant coercive tactics, intimidation, and threats if she did not take the pills are shown in the exhibits submitted in the original complaint. Honestly, I wouldn't even call them threats, right? Like, are you serious? But I forgot. Staring is frightening to her. In addition, Laura needed to obtain an order of protection against Greg on November 11th, 2021, and is aware of the fact that another woman also obtained an order of protection against Greg since Laura's complaint was filed. Laura does not wish for Greg to know anything about her health whatsoever beyond what has been provided for her own safety. Given the serious threats against her and the child she created with the defendant, and a history of HIPAA, finally, spells that right, violations and disclosing her medical information, which is also not how that works. But sure, sound off, boo. The allegation in paragraph 5 should be dismissed as Greg admitted to lacking sufficient knowledge or information with his response, which has the effect of a denial. No response is necessary, but to the extent a response is required, Laura denies the same. with the exception.
Y'all, she's so like she learns something new. She uses it repeatedly. It's like when you learn a new word and you feel like you have to use it all the time because you learn something new. Because ever since we saw that in the last one, she's like, "Oh, I'm using this." That is so funny.
Right? That's my note. I know we're the worst, damn Montana, to get any work done. I know, right?
That's why we only do this 3 days a week because nothing would ever get done.
Right? Oh my gosh. Right? Exactly. Half-ass fashion. This is why you should have friends. But I understand why she doesn't have friends. I mean, maybe she
Can't
does.
imagine why.
It
doesn't sound like she does.
No.
Except for that one person on that one episode of that podcast. It was just like, be nice.
Right. Now, Laura denies allegations, and Greg has failed to raise any valid claims to which he is entitled to any recovery or relief, despite being given undeniable proof of Laura's pregnancy being legitimate.
Girl, undeniable proof. Come on now.
No way. Greg, through counsel, has referred to Laura's pregnancy as fictitious, fraudulent, and false, the 3 Fs, based on blatant fabrications, 4 Fs, probably a ruse to get more followers, 5 Fs, a fictional narrative, 6 Fs.
Oh my gosh.
Nonsensical, and the complaint has salacious, bizarre, and preposterous.
I'm gonna need to write all these words down
The
so that I
6
can
Fs.
use them. Jeez.
Therefore, bringing a fraud counterclaim against Laura under penalty of perjury. Oh, really? That's interesting. You
Just
put
a
that
little
in there,
minor perjury.
it's not a big deal. It's fine. It's just a little. On the basis of the pregnancy being fraudulent is malicious, made in bad faith, and serves no purpose other than to further harass Laura and delay the court. This is all. They're just so awful to her. Just so sad. So sad. I've never seen so many quotes in one paragraph, right? Like, we get it. She learned new words, though. All right. So,
I've read this in your voice, Llama.
words are hard, Buffy.
No, when you go, words are hard, Buffy. You say it just like that. I literally read it that way. I was like, yeah, that sounds.
Well, now, the above paragraphs of 1 through 16 are incorporated herein as if fully repeated verbatim. Okay, so everything she just said, let's put them in here too. Laura denies the allegations contained in Greg's answer and counterclaim in full and demands strict and absolute proof thereof. Laura denies the allegations contained in Greg's answer and counterclaim in full and demands strict and absolute proof thereof.
Here we go.
Despite being given undeniable proof of Laura's pregnancy being legitimate, she puts all those words in quotes again. This is why you hire Laura. All right, 6 Fs.
Ready?
Fictitious.
Warm up your lips.
Fictitious, fraudulent, false, blatant fabrications, probably a ruse to get more followers, and a fictional narrative. The 6 Fs Laura lives by. And of course,
we got some ends.
Nonsensical and salacious, bizarre, and preposterous. All words.
I think that's going to be the title for our next stream. Salacious, bizarre, and preposterous.
Love it. Yes. Merch team, we're going to need a 6 Fs. Something out of that. Anyway, did she use ChatGPT? I feel like she did. I feel like she did. Either that or she was just like, well, they used it a lot, so it must be.
Is ChatGPT around in 2021?
I don't know. It's either
I don't think
21 or 22, I feel like. is it when it started?
It's
But
not that good, at least in
It's-
2021. Probably.
it's still not good.
Well, I mean, no, but it's better. Like, it gets better as it learns.
Yeah, sometimes. All right. So therefore, bringing an emotional distress counterclaim against Laura under penalty of perjury on the basis of the pregnancy being fraudulent is malicious, made in bad faith, and serves no purpose other than to harass her and delay the court. Therefore, she wants their answer and counterclaim to be dismissed. She wants to be granted relief. All the money she asked for, which I think we're at what, like $110,000 or something like that. The defendant, Greg, should be sanctioned, and anything else the judge wants to give her. So I love how she keeps changing her signature. Like, oh, you're so stupid. All right. So there we go. Now there was.
And it's going to be all the same.
No, there's a few different ones, I think. When
Okay.
I stamped this one,
I was going to say what she does.
This is the P test, which really means nothing. But according to Laura, it is a positive pregnancy test results from her appointment on July 16th. And this is undeniable proof because it is flawless, those P tests. I mean, they don't even say that on them. Like, oh my God. Anyway, so this one is from her doctor that blames her seizure medications for how she got pregnant.
Because that's how that works.
But also said she had a positive P test. This is where he asks for her medical portal access just to see. She could have said no. Well, she did say, I can just call them and give them permission to talk to you. But he was like, I want to see. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, she could have just changed the password after. It's weird.
Right? Okay, so this one we haven't seen. She received this on January 13th, 2022. I don't know if that's when oh no, this is from that video encounter Zoom that she did with Greg, I'm pretty sure. All right, which says that she verifies her name and date of birth, consent obtained for evaluation via video. She's a 31-year-old female seen earlier today for early pregnancy, calls requesting results of her urine pregnancy test. Look who it is. It's the lovely Laura Owens has showed up.
I always get excited when I see her here.
I know. I forget what Elbow Feet was watching one of our shows last week, and it might have been TMI. I don't know. Laura Owens show.
TMI.
And he was like, is that really her? And I was like, no, I don't think so. And I was like,
I mean,
but he thought she was hilarious. Laura Owens.
If it is, then she's way more fun than I thought she'd be.
That's true. That's true. But I don't think she understands humor at all or sarcasm.
No, not at all.
Frivolous lawsuits. But you got fans, Laura Owens. You got fans, is what I'm saying. So of note, Greg, the father, was on another video chat with Laura and could hear most of our conversations. IOV, what does that mean? Note, not yet available, nor is it in office. Letter written by PCP message to Laura as PDF per her request. This says a whole lot of nothing. Writer asked patient for private conversation. Call with Greg ended. Patient confirms that she is physically and emotionally safe and feels safe in home. So they're saying you said you felt fine, Laura. That's interesting. So,
Normal judgment. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Normal judgment.
So this must be her insurance.
Bills.
Okay. Dear Laura, this information below is a summary of that doctor's visit. You can use it to make sure you're being charged the correct amount by each place. Total billed amount provider. Her insurance pays nothing. And then she pays $10. I don't really understand that. Who paid the $140? Who paid that? I'm very confused. Hope it was our insurance. From One Medical, which claim Laura stating, please submit prenatal care with delivery fee at time of delivery. Okay.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either. We also just read this one. Well, we read it several times, but that was her email from Joe. This is, we read these texts from Greg, where he's trying to get her to take the pills. He's also sick, I think. She's mad that he blocked her the first time. So that was pretty much it there. We read those as well. Basically, the guy's just freaking out because he does not want to have a baby with this crazy lady. So that is what we've got for you today. So now I can tell you that things are about to get very spicy. Very spicy.
More spicy than they already are?
Right? I wish I had her insurance, right? Man. What's an EOB? Estimated birth?
Explanation.
Or...
No, it's explanation of benefits. EOB.
Oh, okay. I don't speak medical stuff at all.
Yeah. That was that little thing that showed how much she owed, how much the insurance paid, how much her copay was, which that would be really, really nice to pay a $10 copay.
Right. Right. Where's her other bills for going to get checked up on and everything? Oh, wait. They want to know what the little guy is on your nightstand. What is that? A tiger?
Oh, that is a penguin.
It's a penguin.
It's just a penguin, a little jacket.
Oh, it's wearing a jacket. Okay. I was like, that's not the color
it's
of
a penguin wearing a coat. I have a love for penguins.
I love that.
They're like my favorite little bird.
I love that. So Laura is just, I can't with her. She is just, but why do you need more than a pee test? Like, why? You would want proof, more proof to win your claim, all right? Because a pee test isn't enough. Because I would think you're going to want a doctor to verify more that you are pregnant. You're going to want them to verify that an abortion or a miscarriage, either or, took place to go along with your claim. But, oh my goodness. It is something else. It is something else. You like platypuses? Platypuses are pretty cool. Have you ever seen a baby platypus? They're so cute. Oh, hello. Hello. Who's that?
I'm assuming
one of yours?
Maybe one of my children.
You're all our children. We peed on a test and everything.
A few times, actually.
She does need a new hobby. Like, oh my gosh. But things will start getting very spicy as they go back and forth. I don't remember when she finally hires a lawyer, but she loves doing this fun thing, which is a surprise to none of us, where something important will need to happen in the case. And so she'll hire counsel for like a week. So it gets continued and pushed down and then fires them. Or they resign. Or whatever you want to call it. So, your favorite daughter.
You're all my favorite.
But this girl, man, she hurts my brain. I just don't I don't know how you work that way, how you operate, how you convince yourself of all these things that when you think about it for more than 2 seconds, that's not at all how it works in the slightest. So, did you accidentally block Kelly? I don't know. Did you? I can't think of a reason anybody would want to block Kelly.
Oh no.
Fun. That's funny. I laugh because I can't
Buffy's kids are like, Why aren't you answering the phone? I saw you calling. And then she's like, I bet she's online. Go into the stream. That's exactly what happened.
Right? Elbow will do that sometimes too. He'll call me and be like, are you streaming? And I was like, if I was, I wouldn't be answering the call right now. You know that. You got to come into the chat and tell me it's important. I already don't check my phone when I'm not live, but I really try not to when I am. So, but that's all we got today for Laura Owens. Do you have any thoughts or anything you want to discuss, Buff?
I mean, I would if my brain wasn't free and jelly right now.
It's like we ran in so many circles today.
And that's exactly
Gotta
what I
work
feel
out.
like. That it was, it's like we just went around and I'm like, oh my God. But that's how I always feel.
Why elbow feet? Oh gosh, I forget his reasons for that. It was just a name nobody, if you knew him.
Because
not
whatever you're visualizing is what it is. Elbow feet.
Yeah. Now, Kelly says, tell her to view all messages. Oh, that's true. Maybe you only have top chat on instead of all chat. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Aw, thanks for the super chat. Buffy's favorite daughter, according to her, not Buffy.
I love them all.
I know that I have your back on that. I was saying that this one claims that. I'm trying not to get you in trouble.
Well, the other one asks for money. This one throws money at me. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
The other one that's like, Mom, send me money.
Nah. Just send me money.
This one I think would actually take care of me when I get old. The other one I'm not so sure about.
The other two can't super chat with you.
No, still send me a request.
Now, tomorrow, you're not going to be with us tomorrow, are you?
No.
I think the lovely Terry True Crime is going to be on with me tomorrow, because we will be back at 11 to discuss more Laura Owens stuff. What do we got up on there? Stipulation to dismiss plaintiff's Title 13 claims. Interesting stuff we have coming up tomorrow. Okay. So we will be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time with more Laura Owens coverage, followed by Llama Learns About, and then, which is Bestie Members and Hire, and then TMI at night for all members. But tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, Terry and I will be covering part 4 of our Frozen in Fear, the story of the Butcher Baker, Robert Hansen, in our super deep dive multi-part series. And it's something. It's very frustrating. It is equally pisses me off as much as Laura. Like, just, except he's not really even the person I'm mad at or about. But anyway, we'll be doing part 4 of that tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you like to talk about true crime, you can also join our Discord server. It's okay if you can't figure it out. We will happily help you. But you can talk about any trials, crime there, Laura Owens if you want. But also, I'm a huge nerd. And we started our Road to Doomsday Marvel Marathon. We've only watched Iron Man, the first one so far, but join if you like Marvel too. I got a whole section we can talk about it and nerd out, because when I'm not live, that's gonna be mostly what I'm doing for the next several months with my friends. So we try to make it fun. We have our fun little Marvel names and pictures and emojis and all that funness. So join our Discord if you want to hang out more. Love to see you all there. Let us know if you need help by just tagging the mods. They're so helpful. But other than that, I don't really have much today. So, Buff, you got a sign out or anything you want to say, or I gotta work on that?
No, other than I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be in the chat because I'll be sitting around waiting.
That's true.
So I'll be in the chat. I'll be paying attention because I don't want to miss it.
I know, right?
I feel like I'm missing out.
I know. And it's tomorrow. You'll definitely see how difficult, well, you probably already have, how difficult it is to just be in the chat when you're like, oh my gosh, I could just be on the
Oh, I know, because I was missing those 2 days and I was screaming at the phone. So
right. Right. All right, you guys. Well, thank you very much. We will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Until next time, please stay safe and go forth and be amazing. So, bye, friends.
Bye.